It's time now for the October 1st, 2020 Thursday edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Memorial service for Lisa Diane Hamilton Lee, 51 of Portales, is scheduled for this Saturday, October the 3rd, at 10:30 a.m. at the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ here in Muleshoe, with the Reverend Curtis Shelburne officiating. Lisa, 51 of Portales, died on Tuesday, September the 29th in Lubbock. She was born February 27th, 1969 in Fort Worth to Charles and Margaret Durham Hamilton. She married Jorby Lee in Muleshoe on July the 13th, 1991. Lisa was the cheer coach, elementary music teacher, and high school English teacher at Floyd Schools in Floyd, New Mexico. She was an accomplished pianist and was an avid reader. Lisa is survived by her husband, Jorby, her son, Jacoby Lee, and his wife, Elizabeth of Portales, her daughter, Taryn Meeks, and her husband, Garrett of Portales. Her parents survive her as well, Charles and Margaret Hamilton, of course, of Muleshoe, her sister, Dana Archuleta, and her husband, Jeremy of Clovis, her 4 grandchildren, Ryder Craig, Micah Lee, Phoenix Meeks, Lainey Lee, and her niece Jordan Archuleta, and nephew Charles Green and his wife Stephanie, and her great-niece Anna Green, and her great-nephew Jacob Green all survive her as well. The family suggests memorials be sent to the American Cancer Society, 3411 73rd Street, Lubbock, Texas 79423, or to the 16th and D Church of Christ, 1600 West Avenue D, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep this family on your prayer list today, as she died a very short life, but a great one lived. She taught me piano as she had graduated from high school and had taken from Elaine Dameron, and she came back after Elaine retired and taught my last couple of years piano lessons to me here in Muleshoe, and she was such a talented and fun person. But please keep the Hamilton Lee family on your prayer list today. Repeating funeral service, memorial service set for Saturday, October the 3rd at 10:30 in the morning at the 16th and D Church of Christ here in Muleshoe, with the Reverend Curtis Shelburne officiating for Lisa Diane Hamilton Lee, 51 of Portales. She died Tuesday, September 29th in Lubbock. A private private family service for George Richard Dye, 81 of Muleshoe, is scheduled in Denver City, Texas. George departed this life on September the 26th in Muleshoe. He was born April the 2nd, 1939 in Merkel to Hamp and Idle Dye. George graduated from Patton Springs High School in 1956. Directly after high school, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy, where he served as an ordnanceman aboard several carriers, including the USS Enterprise and the USS Midway, along with the USS Kitty Hawk. On these carriers, he proudly served his country during the Vietnam War. While serving in the Navy, George met his beloved wife, Connie Romo, in San Diego, California. They were married April the 27th, 1962. George retired from the military in 1973. The family settled in Denver City. He worked for Yoakum County for over 20 years. After retirement, he and Connie traveled the country in their RV. With thousands of miles journeyed and memories made, they settled in Muleshoe with their daughter, Catherine. He is preceded in death by his parents, Hamp and Idle Dye, his brother, Gerald Ray Dye, sisters Eva Loper and Beth Dye, 2 sons, Anthony Charles Scott Dye, and George Corky Dye Jr., great-granddaughter Isabel Richardson, and great-grandson Titus Garn. George is survived by his wife Connie Dye, his daughter Catherine Robertson, and her husband Shannon of Muleshoe, a son John Dye and his wife Amy of North Pole, Alaska, a brother Valton Sonny Dye and his wife Barbara of Apache Junction, Arizona, his grandchildren, Amber Richardson and her husband Wesley Welch of Muleshoe, Colt Richardson and his wife Alicia of Clovis, New Mexico, Zachary Robertson and his fiancée Jackie Huerta of Muleshoe, Sonia Garn and her husband Josiah of North Pole, Alaska, Jonah Collins and her husband Doug of Dexter, Georgia, and 11 great-grandchildren, Aubrey Welch, William Richard Welch, Noah Spell, Hadassah Garn, Judah Garn, Ezekiel Garn, Israel Garn, Veronica Scott, Emmett Collins, Aria Collins, and Juliet Collins all survive George. The family of George Dye wishes to extend their sincere thanks to the loving and caring staff of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of George Richard Dye on your prayer list today. Shirley Holland Savage Adams, 73, of Slayton, graduated to her heavenly home on Tuesday, September the 22nd. The graveside service was held for her on September the 23rd at the Littlefield Cemetery, a graveside. A celebration of life service followed at Posey Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Slayton. Shirley was born December the 28th, 1946 in Wyoming to Harvey and Bessie Lee Holland. After her mother passed away, Shirley was raised by her aunt and uncle Velma and Daley Howell of Muleshoe. She graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1965. She married Ellis Dale Savage of Littlefield in June of 1965. They lived outside Wilcox, Arizona for a while before returning to West Texas. Shirley worked for the Lamb Health Care Center, previously known as the Littlefield Hospital, from 1974 to 2000. Dell preceded her in death on August 11th, 1986. She later married William Bill Adams on August 30th, 1997. From 2001 to 2013, she served as the staff field coordinator for Youth for Understanding, where she enjoyed working with many host families and foreign exchange students. For over 12 years, she and Bill delighted in hosting numerous foreign exchange students. Shirley was an active member of the Muleshoe Ex-Student Association. She is preceded in death by her parents, her aunt and uncle, her siblings, Peggy White and James Howe. Shirley is survived by her husband, Bill of Slayton, a daughter, Shonda Eldon Whitworth of Lubbock, and son, Jimmy, and Esmeralda Savage of Laredo, Texas, and stepdaughters Amy and Jason Kitchens of Lexington Park, Maryland, April Holland of Brownwood, and Kaylin Adams of Lubbock, a brother Dwayne and Nancy Holland of Lancaster, Kentucky, a sister Latoya and her husband Jim Sawyer of Arlington, Arizona, a sister Anita and Leon Gibbs of Alvarado, Texas, a brother Ray and Sharon Holland of Brownwood, a brother Randall and Carrie of Mullen, Texas, a brother Preston and his wife Lisa Holland of Midland, a sister Lena and Jerry Day of Brownwood, grandchildren Stephen Whitworth, Chase Whitworth, Jonathan Savage, James Roy Smith, Justin Robert Smith, Brennan Adams, Reagan Adams, Charlotte Kitchens, Emma Kitchens, and great-grandchildren Jason Smith, John Smith, Jacob Smith, and May Smith. Please keep the family of Shirley Holland Adams. She graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1965 and was raised part of her life here in Muleshoe. Please keep the Adams family on your prayer list today. The Great Shelby's Bridge nonprofit organization there in Sudan is presenting Pistons for a Purpose car show. If it's hot, show us what you've got. Treat us to a tune if you've got the boom. It will be held this Saturday, October the 3rd, beginning at 9 a.m. at Shelby's Bridge there on Main Street, 110 North Main Street, up and down the street. All wheels are welcome. There's no entry fee. Pancake breakfast will be available. They ask that no explicit music be played. That's Pistons for a Purpose car show. If it's hot, show us what you've got. And Saturday, October the 3rd, beginning at 9 a.m. up and down Main Street, there where Shelby's Bridge is located at 110 North Main Street in Sudan. All wheels are welcome. No entry fee. A pancake breakfast will be available. So that sounds like a fun morning this weekend on Saturday there in Sudan. Everyone's welcome. Well, it's time now for our weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. First, a message from our sponsor. K&K Pharmacy, right here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-75 11, where they remind you it is flu season as we're entering the fall, and it's more important this year than normal to get a flu vaccine. And you can get it right now at K&K Pharmacy here in Muleshoe, because the flu viruses and COVID-19 are spreading at the same time. I've heard several reports of people here in the Muleshoe area coming down with the flu already this season. So go and get your flu shot now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, right here in Muleshoe. Call them 806-272-7511. Also, they will do pickup, delivery, or mail to you as well at K&K Pharmacy. You can text them at 254-271-8605, your order, and they will deliver it to your house. Of course, you can always use their very convenient drive-through on the west side of their building. K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, right here in Muleshoe, Texas, your hometown pharmacy. Well, Tuesday morning we had a very early first freeze, September the 29th. We froze beginning at the Muleshoe Mesonet site at 6:55 a.m., and it lasted till 7:55 a.m. for a full hour. We got down to 31 degrees at the Muleshoe Mesonet station. Right here at Channel 6, we froze for a shorter period of time and only got down to 32 at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6, all that occurring after the 7 a.m. reading Tuesday morning, so probably around the 7:30 a.m. time. We froze here at the National Weather Service station in town in our backyard. Again, 31 degrees it got down to for an hour on Tuesday morning, September 29th, the first freeze of the fall season 2020, and the National Weather Service station here at Channel 6 got down to 32 degrees. On Wednesday, though, we popped right back into much more warmer territory as we got up to 91 degrees, and the low was only 40 Wednesday night at the Muleshoe Mesonet station. Looking at our rainfall, it was absolutely pitiful for October for here in the Muleshoe area, as the Mesonet station only got 16/100ths of an inch of rain during the whole month of October 2020. The Earth Mesonet station did a little bit better, but it was still very sad. The Earth Mesonet station is in the field right to the east of the Tolk plant. It got 39/100ths of an inch of rain, which brings our 2020 totals for Muleshoe, including October, to 6 inches and 48/100ths, and the Earth station has 6 inches and 90/100ths. So we're way below any type of an average year. And, of course, we'll not get anywhere near the territory we usually get. The Mesonet station south of town gets 18 inches and 26/100ths on an average year over the past 19 years it has been there. So keep on the top of your prayer list rain, because we still desperately need it for the rest of the year. Looking at our weather forecast going forward for today on Thursday for Muleshoe, calling for a sunny day, another nice one, high near 77. So somewhat cooler, east winds around 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, low around 43. East to southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then Friday, sunny, high near 81 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour Friday morning. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 46. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then Saturday, sunny, high near 80 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Clear Saturday night, low around 43. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, high near 79 degrees. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour during the day on Sunday. Sunday night, clear, low around 48. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Monday, sunny, high near 87 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Monday night, mostly clear, low around 50. Tuesday is a sunny day, high near 88 degrees. Tuesday night next week, clear, low around 48. Wednesday, sunny, high near 87 degrees next week. So some really nice fall weather, but unfortunately no rain in the forecast for the next week. So please pray for rain. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with Secure Lock Equip. Secure Lock Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating cardholders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the Secure Lock Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank Secure Lock Equip, available now for Android or iPhones through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Liao's, pure yummy goodness. They have cheese, 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 and more cheese. Mexican food is tested to the limits once you get into Liao's. Come to 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas to get the best Tex-Mex from around the world.
Brian Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas, supporting the Mules and Lady Mules. Get your Muleshoe Mules flags here now. All proceeds benefit the Muleshoe Athletic Booster Club. Wedding shower selections for Cameron McLean and Tyson Turnbow available now at Fry & Cox Shower Set for October the 4th. One of the manager's specials, good through October, is the 10-year smoke alarm, on sale now for $16.97. Time to get your house ready for the cold weather ahead with this deal on a fire extinguisher marked down to $13.97. The manager's special for September is a bypass lopper and pruner set, regularly $24.99, now slashed to $9.97 while supplies last. Another manager's special for September is the 32-gallon wheeled trash can, marked down to $14.99. New shipment of antibacterial wet wipes. Get them while they're in stock. Limit 2 per customer. Another special of the month for September is the 2 for $6 Mix or Match 9.8-ounce clear silicone sealant and 12-ounce foam sealant. All available now at Fry & Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Well, make sure to go to the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, and you can see the 5th game of the Muleshoe Mules season versus Seminole. The full broadcast is there, available on demand to watch from the live stream from Friday night. It's over 4 hours and 14 minutes, as it has a lot of the MHS homecoming pep rally in the pregame broadcasts, and of course at halftime was extended for the homecoming queen coronation. The 2020 homecoming queen was crowned Ariel Gardea. So you can see that on the front page of our website. Congratulations to Ariel Gardea as she was named the 2020 homecoming queen. Sadly, the Mules played a great game, but Seminole, the much larger school, won out in the end of the day, 51-40. That brings the Mules record on the 2020 season to 2-3. But boy, they've really fought in those 3 losses, and they're going to have a good season in total before it's all said and done with. The Mules are on a bye week, as you know. Snyder pulled out of our game earlier as their district schedule changed after the schedule was set, and so the next game for the Mules varsity will be against Bushland next week at Bushland, there next to Amarillo, on October the 9th. They did pick up a JV game for the Mules tonight, which will be right here in Muleshoe at David Wood Field at Benny Douglas Stadium. At 6 p.m., they will be taking on Roosevelt. So good luck to the JV Mules as they picked up a game for tonight at 6 p.m. here in Muleshoe against Roosevelt. Also, Muleshoe High School cross-country teams will be in action beginning at 10:30. Saturday morning on October 3rd at Abernathy. So good luck to the cross-country teams. Well, Tuesday, the Muleshoe Bailey County Emergency Management Group released an update on our COVID-19 numbers for Bailey County, and we are down to 8 active cases here from 10 the week prior. There's 269 cases that tested positive, and 256 have recovered, and sadly 5 deaths due to the COVID-19. We did notice that on the Muleshoe ISD website, you can check the COVID information on their website. Go to misd.net and you go under the About Us tab to School Health. Click on that link and then click on COVID notifications. There have been several new cases over the past 2 weeks since September the 18th. There are 8 positive cases, so some of these first ones have probably cleared, as that you have to quarantine for 10 days. At Dillman, there's been a staff member, and then at DeShazo, 2 staff members and 2 students. At junior high, 1 staff member, and at high school, 1 student, and in the federal programs, 1 staff member. So 8 positive cases over the last 2 weeks since September the 18th. And here for Bailey County, only 8 active cases overall for Bailey County as of Tuesday afternoon, according to the Bailey County Muleshoe Emergency Management Group. So continue to wear your face mask and disinfect surfaces that you touch regularly. Make sure to wash your hands thoroughly for over 20 seconds. And do that several times a day. And if you can't, take hand sanitizer with you to use. So continue to be vigilant and safe, and hopefully we'll keep our numbers down as we really get into the fall season. Well, lots of changes going on, and getting back to more of a normal routine at the First Baptist Church as they will begin their Wednesday night activities again. They will resume October the 7th. And they will be starting their dinner at 5:45 to 6:30. The 6:30 hour will bring children's Bible study, youth Bible study. Will be Bryce Hollingsworth will be leading the youth on October the 7th. Then adult Bible study, all starting at 6:30 p.m. They will be observing the meal service protocols to the best of their abilities. Again, the Wednesday meal schedule will begin October the 7th. And also, Hunter Brown is the new youth minister there at First Baptist Church. So we want to welcome Hunter Brown and his wife, Kelsey, this Saturday, October the 3rd. They will be hosting a meet and greet reception for Hunter and Kelsey on the Dillman Playground from 3 until 5 p.m. That's, again, Saturday, October the 3rd, this weekend, 3 until 5 at the Dillman Playground there on the west edge of Muleshoe. In the Richland Hills section of town. Writing here in the First Baptist Church Spirit, Stacy Connor says, I hope you will take a few minutes and drop by and meet this wonderful couple. Hunter will be giving his testimony in both worship services this Sunday and teaching Sunday school to our youth. We will be having a brief business meeting following each service on Sunday morning. Hunter and Kelsey Brown, welcome to Muleshoe, the new youth minister at the First Baptist Church, and join us for the live stream if you can't attend in person at muleshoetv.com on the front page of our website Sunday morning at 11 a.m. to hear his testimony. Well, I noticed something this week as the Wildlife Refuge has opened up another section of the refuge there south of town, about 17, 18 miles on 214, both on the west and east side. The east side, that takes you to Paul's Lake, has been open for most of this time during the pandemic, but now they have opened up a section of the west side. You can take the main entrance road there and get to both the other 2 lakes, White Lake, the most southerly lake, and then the center lake, which is Goose Lake now, but it stops. They barricaded the road right past the exit to White Lake, so be aware that you can't get all the way to the headquarters yet, but you can now get to the other 2 lakes there at the Wildlife Refuge. Sadly, though, there is no water on any 3 of the lakes, and I did notice that beginning Tuesday and Wednesday, I began seeing Sandhill Cranes fly across the sky in their V formations over Muleshoe. So the Sandhill Cranes have returned to the area, and I did see some out there on Wednesday evening at Paul's Lake on the southern shore there, but there is no water, so who knows if they will stick around as they use that water to protect themselves at night. They try to get in the middle of the water, so if a coyote or any other predator tries to attack them, that they can hear the predator in the water, and that is a safety measure when they roost at night. So they may move on, but we will see what the Sandhill Cranes do as they are returning to the area. And another section of the Wildlife Refuge is open. Happy to report. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Help us welcome to Muleshoe Dr. Kenneth Burke. Kenneth Burke, DO, is now practicing full-time in the medical clinic of Muleshoe and is ready to see patients. For an appointment, call today, 806-272-7544. Dr. Burke was born in De Leon, Texas, and went through Corpus Christi and Lubbock on his path to Muleshoe for his undergraduate training. And then in the U.S. Navy, he was responsible for mobilization and security of the medical and chaplain team. Shawnee, Georgia for medical school, and then Jersey City, New Jersey for his medical internship and family practice residency. Welcome to Muleshoe, Dr. Burke. He's purchased a home here and ready to make Muleshoe home again. For an appointment, call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 806-272-7544. Help us welcome Kenneth Burke, DO, to Muleshoe. Fall flowers have just arrived at Daisies and Dirt, 571 County Road 24, 1 mile west of Lasbuddy and a quarter mile south. Great fall colors and pansies, beautiful mums in large and small sizes. Kale and several different types of ground cover fill the greenhouse now near Lasbuddy. Potting soil is in stock as well. Come see Kim as she has several beautiful pots already created for your front porch, perfect for the fall season, or she can customize one just for you. She has lots of decorative flags and poles, mailbox covers, pots, seasonal wooden figurines also available now. The cool door hangers are half off, and last year's pots are all marked half off as well. Kim is open Tuesday through Saturdays, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m., where you can call her for an appointment anytime at 806-566-5875. Get out now while the selection is best at Daisies and Dirt for your fall pansies, mums, kale, ground covers, and much, much more. Well, there is a harvest moon tonight, so good time to get out and look at the stars and the moon this Thursday evening on October 1st. The harvest moon, full moon, is tonight. So it was beautiful last night, so make sure and get outside and look at the sky, the stars, and the moon tonight on Thursday, October the 1st, and celebrate God's creation. I misspoke last week in our Muletrain news. I want to apologize, as there at the Senior Center, the Bailey County Senior Center, Main and Avenue D, It's 60 and over will qualify you for a $3 meal there at lunchtime at the Senior Center. Of course, they do wonderful lunches there every day beginning during the lunch hour, Monday through Friday, and seniors 60 and over qualify for a $3 meal. It's $8 for everyone 59 and younger. They're starting to open up more, and they're doing bingo and loteria there every Wednesday after their lunch, and they have lots of great prizes to give away, so make sure and join them there at the Senior Center. Of course, if you don't want to come in and eat at the Senior Center, you can always go through the drive-thru, which is there at the back side of the building. They're on the east side of the Senior Center, and of course you can always call and have your meals delivered there from the Senior Center. The director, Carolyn Johnson, reports to us along with all of their hardworking staff and their board members. Well, we're so happy to report that the Parkview Nursing Care Center has begun slowly opening up to visitors so you can get in and see your loved ones. You'll need a call for all of the protocols on seeing a resident at the Parkview Nursing Care Center before you show up. Of course, 806-272-7578 to the Parkview Nursing Care Center. But so glad, that means so much to the residents and families for them to be able to see their loved ones. Again, 272-7578. Call about seeing someone in the Parkview Nursing Care Center. We've been doing videos with the Muleshoe schools, and we'll produce another one here in the near future about DeShazo Elementary, so look for that coming up shortly. We did our last one last week was with Sam Whalen and all the new upgrades to the facilities at the 4 campuses at school, along with the transportation barn there on West American Boulevard. Our first one was with April Smith and Cindy Passir about their new MHS Academic and Collegiate Academy at Muleshoe High School. You can find all those on our website, free of charge on demand. Watch them at muleshoetv.com. Lots of great things going on in our Muleshoe schools. On your prayer list today, please, a prayer of thanksgiving on the arrival of Eleanor, new grandbaby of David and Liz Tips there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Congratulations to them as their daughter Megan gave birth last week to Eleanor. So glad on her safe arrival. Keep on your prayer list today Mary Nell Bleeker and Gladys Black, Barbara Finney, Bonnie Carpenter, Gladys Williams, Lucilla Flores. Carolyn Johnson is doing much better, but keep her on your prayer list as she's still in a wheelchair. Ronnie Wilkerson, Dr. Bruce Purdy, Ricky Diaz, Adeline Kirby. Remember Karen McKay and Jamela Clemens, Randy Norman, Abner Uresti, Jacob Olivas, Stanley Wilson, Matthew Alicon, Robert Montgomery, Margaret Berman, Sandy Nobles, still in critical condition in the hospital in Lubbock. Please keep Sandy on your prayer list today. Remember also Missy Spratlin, Terry Byers, Clinton Rogers, Betty Ruth Wood, Donald and Joe Phelps, Charles Mayhew, Berta Combs, Joe and Leela Copley, James Seagrove. Remember Janetta Precure, Jeremy Combs. On your prayer list today, remember Kim Bells. Also remember Betty Noble on your prayer list today. Keep the family of those grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including the family of Shirley Holland Adams, the family of George Richard Dye on your prayer list today, the family of Lisa Hamilton Lee, the family of Rachel and Ontiveros needs to remain on your prayer list today, the family of Mark Allen, the family of Paula Crowder, the family of Cindy Smith, along with the family of Donald Lee Powell. Keep all these families on your prayer list today. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs, along with all of our archived ones, free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. San Saba's historic courthouse has been restored.
Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Byron Theodosis is the county judge of San Saba County. He is not a native Texan.
I was born in Athens, Greece. We left Greece when I was 5 or 6 years old and went to Argentina.
He got to the U.S. at age 11.
I don't remember learning Spanish. I don't remember learning English. Had 3 languages without having to work at it.
His father was in the import-export business and moved a lot. He says his father was a good businessman.
But you could set me on the beach of any country. In 6 months, I'd speak the language. In a year, I'd either be well-employed or have my own business.
Byron met his wife, Lisa, on a ski trip in Utah.
I proposed on the 3rd date. We purchased some property here, and then somebody had to run it. She was from here.
He was elected county judge in 2003 and has held the office since then. He said his wife and father-in-law both had great reputations.
Family and friends kind of set me up. We didn't shake babies and kiss hands. I think I got elected on his reputation. For the longest time, I've been known as either Raymond Barrier's son-in-law or Lisa's husband.
When he was elected 17 years ago, plans were already underway to restore the historic courthouse, which was slated for demolition. After 20 years of applying for grants and raising money, the courthouse restoration was completed this past March.
I think it's gorgeous. I think it's a miraculous transformation because you have a building that is beautiful as far as its appearance and history, and yet now technology is right up there, 21st century. Our lighting, our heating and air, our AV system, everything is state-of-the-art. We're a poor county, and to address it properly, we put in for the grant that allows us to totally restore the courthouse. Once you set your mind to something, it's kind of hard to back off. But we've got it done. I think it's a great accomplishment, and I do credit, I think Governor Bush is the one that started this, George Bush. The legislature has funded it. It's a great investment. It allows courthouses like this in small, poor counties to be restored.
County Judge Byron Theodosis of San Saba. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.